Would you like help migrating your emails into Microsoft 365? If you would, then this video is for you. I'm going to explain Valto's bespoke service for helping you migrate your emails into Microsoft 365. There's a lot of reasons why you might want to migrate into Microsoft 365, including you've got an on-premise exchange that you're looking to potentially migrate away from for cost-saving points of view. It might be that you're looking to enable remote access, so you're perhaps currently frustrated by not having the right tools to allow end users to access email anywhere on any device. Potentially you're looking to make the most of Microsoft 365 security and compliance, so maybe you're looking to take advantage of the built-in security features as well as the tools to protect sensitive information from threats. Maybe it's you're looking at migrating away from something like G Suite, which is very common for startup organizations to use, but actually they tend to find it doesn't grow, and actually they want to make the most of the Microsoft 365 tools, and part of that, the first step often is to migrate the emails. So we are experts in migrating from any third-party platforms, including G Suite, but also things like GoDaddy, Amazon Workmail, and a whole host of other mail server providers. We have delivered thousands of mail migrations directly into Microsoft 365. And the success of this has come from our proven approach. At Valto, we're masters of seamless email migration services into Microsoft 365. What is our approach? Well, it's all about scalability, top-notch project management, and transparent pricing from the beginning. We deliver this with crystal clear communication. Whether you're an organization that is very small, so we tend to only work with organizations that have got 10 mailboxes, but that can go anything up to 1 million mailboxes. We deal with very large enterprises as well. We've got a tailor-made set of options for businesses of all shapes and sizes, making sure that the transition is smooth and stress-free. The first step of this approach is to conduct a discovery workshop. In this, we're going to be looking at the number of users that you have, the amount of mailboxes and their sizes, and so on. We're going to be looking for any specific configurations or policies that might add complexity to the migration, as well as engage relevant stakeholders so they're aware of what's going to happen and when it's going to happen. Following the workshop, we'll create a workshop report which contains our findings as well as recommendations. This will come with a fixed price proposal. Now, we can offer you a rough idea of the cost ahead of the workshop, but we need the workshop to really define the fixed price. So that is when we know this is the fixed cost and it's not going to change. Regardless of the size of your migration, we will typically follow a very similar path. That roadmap essentially is starting off with contacting us today. Don't delay, contact us either with that email address, the phone number, or ideally the contact form on this page. We'll get in contact with you and one of our experts will have a conversation with you within 24 hours. Once we've had that conversation, we'll have a good understanding of how your migration is going to need to take place. We can then give you a ballpark estimate at that point in time. Then following on from a workshop, we'll actually be able to give a fixed price proposal. So we'll conduct a workshop with you. We'll look at all of those details that we talked about on that last slide. Once we've had that, we'll be able to give you a workshop report along with the fixed price proposal. Once you've accepted that, the next step is we typically have a project readiness meeting, which takes place around about 3 weeks after the project has been accepted. During that call or that meeting, we will then ensure we have everything that we need, including access or anything else that we need at that point in time to get started with the project. We then give you a bit of time to make sure that anything that you need to do, like getting us access, can take place before we start the project. We then move into the project stage, which we're then looking at creating any configurations and getting prepared for the actual migration. The migration could potentially either be what we call big bang, which it happens all in one go, or it could be phased into iterative stages. we'll talk to you about what's going to best fit your scenario. Either way, what we'll then do is quite often we'll combine that with a little bit of end user testing, end user training, as well as a communication plan so that your end users know what they can expect. We will then give you a period of roughly about 2 weeks to ensure that everything is migrated across and you're happy to sign off the project. And that's as simple as it needs to be. It doesn't need to get any more complex than that. But if I've not answered any of the questions that you have, please do contact us and one of our experts will be able to answer any of your questions, because we want to ensure that you're 100% comfortable before we move on to the next step. At this point, you're probably wondering who we've worked with in the past. So we've worked with all sorts of organisations, from very small outfits to very large enterprises, across loads of different sectors. So large manufacturers like John Deere or Prince's, or large facility management companies like ABM. We've also worked with non-profits like Human Appeal and Mind. So there's a wide variety that we've worked with in the past. So don't hesitate to contact us today. If this service sounds like it's going to be useful for you, then use a contact form and contact us today. Thank you.